We're gonna get you 1,000 subscribers in your first year on YouTube, and this is how. As someone who took 7 months to gain their first 100 subscribers, and then recently my following increased from 700 to 800 within 4 days, and I'm gonna show you how you can get to that stage too. I'm in it for the long haul. It took me 2 years to gain currently 894 subs and counting, but you know, we don't have all that time. As you may have noticed, the background is different, and that's because I'm in Berlin, baby. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Marguerite. I'm in my 3rd year at university at Warwick, currently on my 2nd semester abroad in Berlin. I did my 1st semester in Canada. I went to McMaster, and now I'm going to be attending FU Berlin. Whoop whoop, super excited to be starting my life here. I make videos about like study advice, travel vlogs, just like making the most of life in my 20s as someone who doesn't know what they want to do as their future career. And if this all resonates with you, subscribe and follow my journey. I'm gonna start off with the basics about your niche. You're gonna have to choose a niche when you're on YouTube. Like, what are you gonna post about? What is your content gonna be? When people see like your name, what kind of themes and topics are gonna come to their mind? What will they associate with you? Don't try to change yourself to like fit a niche. Like, what niche could like fit what you already are? Just think about what comes naturally to you, what is natural in your life, what happens like every day. So I am a student myself, so there's loads of content I could be making. I could do day in the lives. I could literally just show me going to uni. I could talk about, oh, how did I choose my degree? What habits do I implement to be like a good student? What could you give advice on? Like, what are you an expert in? Like, what do you enjoy talking about? Like, what could you talk about for 1 hour? I went into YouTube thinking I want to help students. I want to help A-level and university students. I want to give A-level advice, like how to get A stars. I want to give uni advice, like talk about the habits that I built or how I stayed motivated. Ask your friends, what could they come to you for advice on? I asked my friends this recently, and they said, Marguerite, you live life to the fullest. You're always like making the most of life. I like watching your content about productivity and like building good habits. That's something that I've started to consider. That's definitely something that I want to make more content about. So definitely ask your friends that. I think that's like really helpful, because at the end of the day, your YouTube is not meant to be viewed by you. It's meant to be viewed by other people, like such as your friends. Ask other people, you know, how they perceive you. The one myth I want to bust though is that when you start out, you don't need to stick to one niche. I recommend that you try out different things. See what you enjoy making, see what, you know, goes viral and does well. It's all about experimenting at the start. Think of a name for your YouTube channel. My one is just my name. I didn't want to narrow myself down, like box myself into a niche when I wasn't even sure what am I gonna post. So like, obviously the easy way to go is just like put your name. If you want to remain anonymous, you put like your initial M's, and then think of something clever. Use ChatGPT, do alliteration, something like that. I don't know, like M's Corner. Put a profile picture. My one is just my face. Create a banner. So that's like kind of headline thingy, the banner like that you see on people's YouTube channels. Canva is your best friend. Use Canva to make your banner. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Mine is literally just some aesthetic photo that I took in Banff when I was in Canada, because it just looks pretty and hopefully attracts people towards channel. And in my bio, it's a quote from this book that had a big impact on me in primary school. It's like, do not fear death, but the unlived life. And that's definitely something that I try to live by. Again, it goes back to like making the most of life. It's one of the values of my channel and what I want people who are subscribing to also believe in, and what I want my content to reflect. Your bio can obviously introduce yourself, like age, hobbies, that kind of stuff. You can put your age if you want. Just remember, digital footprint, you know, be cautious about what you post online. It will never leave. You don't need to buy a new camera. You can just use your phone. I have been using my phone like since I started. I think the camera quality is really good. You can change the resolution. You can make it like 4K 60 like frames per second, per minute. Second, that makes total sense. Sometimes less is more. You become more creative when you have less. I watched a really good reel by Mylene's Mind. I think that's her Instagram handle. And she was saying how like you don't need all this expensive gear. Having just a phone and like a simple editing app like iMovie, CapCut, like that, it gives you less to work with, but it makes you think about, okay, how could I experiment more and actually be more creative with like the little that I have. Whereas I feel like when you have all these different features, all this different gear, it's like all given to you. I alternate between iMovie and CapCut, but currently I've been using CapCut. You can do a lot with CapCut, but obviously I know people invest in Final Cut Pro, Adobe. CapCut's work just fine for me. Okay, so now we're moving on to like how to grow fast. You're gonna grow slowly at first because people will subscribe to you when they see that you have loads of videos already, this content that they want to watch. Like if you just started your YouTube channel, you just opened it up, you posted 1 or 2 videos, it's a very high chance that people won't be at your doorstep subscribing. And that's nothing wrong with your content, it's just people, they don't really know what to expect. Whereas if you have like 10 videos all about studying, obviously an A-level student's gonna be like, I want to subscribe to this person. So what I'd recommend is posting like once a week when you start out. It doesn't need to be like really like highly edited. People will expect that your first few videos aren't great, but I think it's more about the content that matters. I don't want you to be spending like so much time editing. I want you to bam upload a video like once a week, and then after a couple months, a few months, you can, you know, start posting like fortnightly if that fits your schedule better. Me personally, I can't sustainably post every week. I get too busy, and so I found that posting twice a month works best for me, and I'm still able to consistently increase my following that way. You should be posting no less than twice a month, because once a month it's too few and far between. Like even if you have lots of videos, people might not subscribe if they think I'm gonna have to wait a whole month for like a new upload. Whereas somebody with like the similar content who posts like every week, I can be getting more value quicker from them, so I won't subscribe to this person. Post advice videos, because at the end of the day, the reason that I go on YouTube is because I want advice, or I'm feeling stuck, like I want to learn something from a video. So again, it goes back to understanding what you're an expert on, asking your friends how you're perceived and what they could come to you for advice on. Sorry, I'm just glancing up because I'm looking at my laptop. So for me, obviously I post like study advice videos. Advice videos are great, as opposed to sort of vlogs when people don't even know you yet. It's like, who is this girl? But oh, she's providing value and giving me advice, I will subscribe to her. And then once you've become an expert in your field, people will want to watch your vlogs and like get to know the actual person that you are. But at first, people are going to be selfish. They don't really care about you. They just care about the value and advice that you provide. Now, this is something that I wish somebody had told me before I started YouTube, is to post evergreen content, post content that like is never gonna die out, that is always gonna be useful, or someone's always gonna be looking up A-level advice videos. A-levels aren't going away. I wish I'd made more A-level advice videos when I started out. Evergreen videos is just, it's always gonna do well. It's always gonna get loads of views and traction. I remember as a former A-level student myself, when I was in A-level, I was like constantly on YouTube looking for advice on how to improve, because I was not going to pay for a tutor. That does not change. There are still A-level students right now commenting on my A-level videos, asking for advice. I've put a form in my A-level videos for people who want to be tutored or have their coursework looked at. People are filling that in. Like YouTube, it's just such a good source of like information. My Warwick video with Jasmine went viral because I mean Warwick's, the university is going to be existing forever. If you want to grow fast, you kind of need to, I hate to say it, but like sell yourself a little bit. And then the actual like authentic content, you can still do that, just like don't make every single video a video from the heart. You didn't hear that from me, but it's a hard truth that is something I wish I was told earlier, instead of making so many travel vlogs, because my travel vlogs, I think they actually do the worst, but I have the most fun making and editing them. But it's my day in the life of a student and study advice videos that do the best. So that being said, I know I said day in the lives, but you need to make it specific, like day in the life of like someone studying at the University of Warwick. And it's the University of Warwick part that is the evergreen bit, because nobody is gonna watch a general day in the life. Like that's boring. A-level students, they want to know, oh, what is life like once I go to uni? That's why I think my day in the lives as a Warwick student did well. Going back to evergreen, people want to know like what it's like to live a certain life, and that's never going to go away as long as like those institutions are still in place. You know what I mean? Thumbnails are so important. Use Canva for this. Obviously, you know what you said in your YouTube video, you know what the content is, but someone just like on the YouTube homepage, they see the title and they see the thumbnail. That's all they're basing it on. 3 photos like side by side works very well for like day in the lives, showing pictures of like what you got up to. Like that's a way to attract your viewers. But I think sometimes just keeping it as 1 photo as a thumbnail works really well too, because then you can complement it with text. So what I like to do is I make the title summarize almost my videos. So for example, my recent A-level video, achieve all A stars at A-level with 3 tips. That was my title. That kind of summarizes the video. It implies, okay, I'm gonna teach you how to achieve 3 A stars. My thumbnail was how I went from B's/C's to 3 A stars. So the thumbnail has to be clickbait. Keep it short and sweet, keep it simple. I just did like a picture of myself and then I put text, like big text, very clear, no quirky handwriting fonts that are like hard to read. And I know that people like scrolling the homepage and they'll think, oh my god, this girl, she went from B like C's to A stars, how can I get that? She's gonna teach me how to achieve all A stars at A-level. I'm gonna click on the video now. You gotta make your potential viewer think, damn, this YouTuber seems like he or she has a lot of knowledge. If I watch this video, I'll be able to obtain that same amount of knowledge. And my final tip to growing fast is to promote your YouTube channel on your socials. Some people might disagree with me on this because they don't want like people they know to find their YouTube channels, but come on. People who think that you're cringe for having a YouTube channel don't have YouTube channels themselves. I think you owe it to yourself to promote yourself. Promote your YouTube channel, because why not? This is your life, this is your one life. Don't have any regrets. I want you to go full force with this YouTube channel. So whenever I upload a video, I post it on my story, and all those people that follow me, I think most of them don't care. Oh my god, no, it was actually crazy. My friend from uni told me about one of her friends I've never spoken to, but who I've heard, he might be watching this video, but he was like, I love watching Marguerite's YouTube videos. And that was honestly so nice to hear, but I've never spoken to this person. You'll have people that you don't even know that really like what you post. It's not a secret admirer, but like, I don't know how else to put it. Someone who's cheering you on and supporting you from afar. You're gonna have those people that you don't even know about. And so who knows, some of your followers, they'll never tell you, but they'll think, you know what, I respect Marguerite or whoever, this so-and-so, for posting on YouTube and promoting it on their story. And you're gonna gain some traffic from promoting your YouTube channel on social media. So on Instagram, on TikTok. I actually made my TikTok just to promote my YouTube channel. My TikTok was never meant to be like just an account in its own right, but then it just became that. Like, just try everything. You gotta like do everything to promote yourself. Obviously, it's important to stay humble, stay grounded. I'm not as wise as I could be. There's still a lot for me to learn. There's a lot for you to learn. A lot of ways that we can grow. But pat yourself on the back. You know, you're doing amazing. You've done the most to get this far. Why don't you give yourself some credit? If people don't know that you have a YouTube channel, they're not gonna go looking for it. People don't know what they don't know. Closed mouths don't get fed. If you don't ask, you don't get. That's something that I've realized in the past few years. Like, you can't just create a YouTube channel and just expect people to know about it. Like, you need to be loud about it. Okay, at this point, you've put yourself in public on the internet making a YouTube channel. You might as well just go full force and post it on your Instagram story, even if that's really scary. I know, like, people from like school like know that I have a YouTube channel. I actually don't really care anymore. Once I got to uni, I stopped caring. Well, at the store, I gained confidence and I realized life is too short to spend caring what others think. People actually like aren't thinking about you as much as you think they are, but they have their own selves to be thinking about. But that's my pep talk that I didn't even intend for this video. So if you found this helpful, give it a like and comment. I just felt like making this video today because I just resonated with it right now. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe for more motivational content, how to like make the most of your 20s, what you could be doing. Oh, there's just so much to do. I was talking with a friend about this. There's just so much life to be lived, so much to do and so little time. Subscribe to my channel if you want to do the most in this life. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Have an amazing day. Bye.